Hey guys, how's it going? If you guys done any kind of traveling, stay in hotels or anything like that, this is probably a video you guys want to watch. We travel not real often, but here the past couple years we've been doing that, and we've been trusting these websites for setting our reservations up and trusting that, they're actually giving us a pretty good deal. I mean, it'll show you 3 or 4 different hotels and what rate they have. And I was doing some research on this on a hotel we was going to stay at in Port Aransas before Hurricane Harvey hit and just pretty much decimated that island. And I looked back on here to check the hotel that we were going to stay in before, and the rates were just outrageous. I mean, they were literally 5 times what they said they were last year. So I called the hotel and to see what the deal was, where they charged that much more just so they could pay for the renovations or having to rebuild the hotel. And they were dumbfounded by what the prices I told them they were. But I want to show you guys, because they are still actually setting reservations for hotels that still haven't even opened yet. I mean, I tried to call a couple of these on here and nobody's answering the phone. Why aren't they answering the phone? Because they're closed. And you read some of the reviews on there, and people have actually set reservations on here even to get the best deal. They set the non-refundable reservation, so they've already paid for the room. They show up, the lights are out in the hotel, half the roof's missing, the shingles are gone, there's piles of rubble in the driveway of the hotel, and nobody's there. So there's already been people being taken by this, and I don't know whose fault this is. I don't know if it's the fault of the hotel by not reporting to these online companies that, hey, we're closed, don't set any reservations up for this. I don't know if it's these websites that are setting it up by saying, you know what, if we can grab some money out of it, let's do it. Or, do they really, are they going to refund the money since the hotel's closed? But even if they did, why would you not send an email to somebody saying, hey, the hotel you're staying in has sustained damage and is not currently open. We're refunding your money back to you, instead of letting these people drive from God knows where. I mean, for all we know, they went all the way across the country to go down there and spend time on the Gulf. And they get there, they drive up, and the place is closed. And I know for a little while after the hurricane, pretty much everything on the island was closed. I mean, every single thing was closed. The island, Port Aransas itself, was pretty much just decimated by this hurricane. And it kind of ticked me off that these people are still taking money from people, knowing damn good and well that there's no hotels that are open. And even right now, here we are, the end of December, and still you got the same issue on here. And I'm going to show you this one, and then I'm going to call this hotel as well, because on this one, for this hotel, now they've got excellent reviews, which is why we wanted to stay there to begin with. But they had really reasonable rates. Now, they're not right on the beach, and they're not like a 5-star luxury hotel, but for a place to stay, and it's got a kitchen in it and everything, everybody's giving really good reviews for this. I mean, there's a couple of bad ones, probably people that are used to staying in, higher end hotels, but for the most part, people love this place. So that's what we wanted to, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to go there and spend some time there. It's not that far from the beach, and it's got a kitchen, so we can, cook there, not have to spend so much money on fast food. But I'm going to show you the internet site I'm looking at now, this website is showing for their nightly review. They're showing $450. They're showing that, hey, this one place is $644. We can get it to you for $450. Let me show you this. Okay, now I'm sorry I don't have a capture card, so I can just split the screen. But see the hotel right there? Right there. $450 a night. Okay, now $450 a night for a high-end hotel. Okay, I can understand that. And I'm not saying this place isn't worth that, but I mean, for the surrounding things and what it has and the ones that actually go for that price, well, it's not the same thing. But I want to look them up and see if I can get this on camera. I really want to see what they're actually showing on here. And, well, we see what they're showing. But I'm going to give them a call. I'm going to look them up, and hopefully I'll be able to catch when they say the name of the hotel, so that's actually who I'm calling. Okay, so I don't know how good it's going to show up, but let's look them up. That's their number. Let's give them a call.
Thank you for calling Front Desk Island Hotel, Port Aransas. Please hold while I try to connect you.
I have no idea how good this is coming in for you guys.
Island Hotel, this is Mary speaking. How may I help you?
Yes, ma'am. First of all, I was wanting to see if you guys were open. Apparently you are if you're answering the phone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I was wanting to set reservations. It's not going to be for a few months. I'm just trying to figure out what your nightly rate is because I'm getting very huge differences online.
Okay. Let me get that for you.
Okay.
Give me one moment.
And if it makes any difference, it would be like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but it's going to be like 3 months from now.
Okay, so sometime in March?
Yeah, probably, yes.
Okay. Would you be looking for a double queen?
Well, it's just going to be 2 of us, so I mean, we can go with a single bed.
Okay,
I want one with
I have plenty of double queens right now, and then I have a queen economy, and then I have a king kitchen.
I'd more be looking for one with a kitchen.
Okay, and would it be for what nights again?
It'd be a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay, starting Thursday, as of right now, for the king kitchen, we have $79.99.
Okay.
And then the queen kitchen, $79.99, and the double queen, $69.99. That's what the rates are as of right now for March.
Okay. All right. So let me figure out exactly what days, and I can give you guys a call back. Now, can I set reservations over the phone with you guys?
You sure can.
Okay. Do I need to pay now, or would I be able to pay when I get there?
You can pay when you get here. What we do is we do take credit card information just to hold the room.
Right.
And then when you get here, you can pay when you get here. We don't charge the card until you guys actually check in.
All right. Well, that's excellent. Let me give you guys a call back. And I don't know what's going on with the websites, but I see one on here is actually saying you guys are at $644 a night.
Oh, not as of right now. Usually during spring break, they do go up.
Yeah.
But because of the hurricane, I'm not for sure when they will be going up. I'm not for sure how that is going to work. So when you do get your times and stuff like that together, what I would suggest, I've been here about 2 weeks now.
Oh, okay.
I would suggest calling and talking with one of the managers to see if the rate is going to change when you guys actually book the room.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, ma'am.
Just to double check. But what I'm showing as of right now, even in March, it's showing the $69.99.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, ma'am.
But just to double check. You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so room starting at $69.99 or $96, whatever it was, but you know, $70. $70 a night versus $644 versus this awesome deal at $450. What the hell? I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, that's a scam if you ask me. I mean, is this website charging that much and then they're only paying the hotel, you know, $70 a night? What's going on with that? Now, I'm not real sure how all that works, but to me that's just ridiculous. So let me find another one. Now, I haven't called all of these. That was just one I thought was outrageous. Now, this one is, you know, about what the other ones are saying. This one is showing $126 a night. Let's see if I can find them on here. I don't really want to go into this because I don't want to lose the page on there, so I'm just trying to find them on my phone. But I want to see what this one says and whether or not they're even open, because I know there's still places in Port Aransas today that are not open. I mean, some of those places just took such a hard hit, the buildings just had to be tore down and rebuilt. And they're not there yet. So, let me see if I can find them. There we go. Let's see if anybody answers the phone. Now, there's their phone number, if it'll focus on there, so you know I'm actually calling a hotel. Nah, this don't look like the right area code. That might just be an answering service. Maybe I'm wrong. long should we wait? I don't know what to tell you on this one, guys, except for some of the pictures I've seen of these hotels down there. This particular one got hit pretty hard, but right now I consider reservation for it. Isn't that something? I can put my money down on this room and save this rate of $126 a night. It's not even open. That's why they're not answering. I tried to call them earlier during the day. Nobody answered. Just absolutely ridiculous that A, we're charging over 5 times what these hotels actually want, and B, that we're still taking reservations for hotels that aren't even open. Now I could go up and down this list. I know you guys don't want to watch an hour-long video of me calling everybody on here, but there's quite a few hotels down there that are not open yet. Everywhere along the Gulf, they got hit hard by these series of storms that we had this year. There's a lot of places that aren't open, but yet you can still set reservations for them. That absolutely boggles my mind that, you know, how many people are setting these reservations, putting their money in there, putting their credit card information in there, especially to get the better deal. You prepay, non-refundable, and then you go down there and you drive. I mean, for all we know, you're driving, you know, to the Gulf Coast, all the way from New York or California or Washington State or something, and you get all the way down there and the place is closed. So what are you supposed to do then? Go hope somebody else has a vacancy? What about the reservation you already put? What about the money you already put in there? Now, yeah, you probably can get the money back when you get a hold of them and say, hey, it's closed, but that's kind of a pain in the ass to go through to get your money back when it never should have been taken to begin with. What it should say on here is that there's no vacancies, or it's full, or there's no, you know, you can't book that when it's closed for renovation or whatever. You know, just don't allow you to even book on it. But they're still saying that there's rooms open. I mean, I went on these earlier to set up, and it was allowing me to book a week-long stay at this hotel. It's not even open. How the hell is that possible? I'm going to pitch a tent in the parking lot, maybe help them clean up the rubble? I don't know. But if you're going to travel anywhere, it doesn't necessarily have to be somewhere that has been, you know, decimated by a storm or any kind of natural occurrence or even unnatural, you know, just something going on in the area, high crime rate or something like that. But whatever the case may be, if you're going to go to a hotel, you're going to stay there, whether it's in the same state, you're in different state, different country, whatever. I would probably say on going to another country, I would definitely call the hotel themselves and see if you can set it up directly with them. Now, what I really think you should do before you go stay at any hotel, before you set your final reservations and you got it planned and you're going, I think you should call the hotel and tell them, hey, these are the nights I'm wanting to stay. You know, first of all, do you have any vacancies, you know, at that time? Are you fully booked? And if not, okay, what's your nightly rate? You know, what kind of rate should I be expecting to pay here? And if it's pretty much the same, you know, then yeah, maybe use online. You know, maybe they're going to quote you a higher price than what the website does. In that case, absolutely go with the website. But if it's the same price, well, then it's either or. You know, the website might be easier to deal with the people there, you know, whether it's, you know, Booking, Hotels, Trivago. I know there's other ones out there, but whichever one. And maybe a little bit easier to deal with them should something go awry with the hotel versus just dealing with the hotel themselves. I've had an experience where I had an issue with the hotel themselves, but the management at the hotel did a really good job of fixing the issue in a very timely manner. And I don't think that was really the fault of anybody intentionally doing anything. They did overcharge my card several times. They just, whatever reason, they kept hitting the card for our stay. So I mean, I looked on there and my card's like completely maxed out because I got a notification that, you know, there was a charge that they didn't go through. And well, why? You know, I should have plenty of money in there, and that's because they hit it like 4 times, and I have no idea why. But when I reported it, they automatically reversed everything. So, you know, I got everything back. So that part of it was fixed. And I don't know what the issue was with that. I don't know if it was just somebody that wasn't trained properly, or if it was a computer glitch, or what it was. They did say, they sent me an email after we had already left and everything, and said that they apologized for that and that they were going to use my scenario as a training tool. So to me, that makes me think that it was a fault of a person. But what about this? I mean, you clearly see here that you have hotels that are still closed that you can book reservations for. I guess you're pitching a tent, or maybe you just, get a ladder and climb up to the second floor because it probably wasn't flooded that high up, and make your bed and maybe build a campfire on the balcony or something. I don't know. Pitch a tent in the parking lot, maybe help them clean up the mess. Maybe if you help them clean up the mess and rebuild the hotel, they'll give you a really great rate. Or the ones on here that are showing $450 a night, I just called them, they were $79 a night. Or $70 a night, $69. So $79, $70 a night, $79 I think she said for the king room with the kitchen. But regardless, all of it was well under $100, and even though they're showing $450, that is just completely outrageous. But I hope you guys learned something from this today. Anytime before you go travel, please call the hotel you're going to be staying at or wherever you're staying. Make sure that the prices are accurate, that the availability is accurate, so you guys don't run into any surprises. I've already seen some of the reviews on here where people have had issues with this, where they've shown up and the hotels were closed down. So do yourself a favor, always call ahead, make sure that what you see online is actually what you're getting, make sure that the prices are accurate, and save yourself some money that way. Mind with it. And as always, I hope you guys are happy. We want you to be safe, we want you to be happy, and as always, have a good night. We'll see you later.